Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of All About the Cars of Gran Turismo 7. In this video, we're going to learn all about the 1997 Toyota MR2 GTS. Now, this car can only be purchased at the used car dealer on Gran Turismo, and it is currently selling for 60,200 credits. Now, as many of you may or may not already know, the used car dealer rotates cars in and out daily, so this car may or may not be available to you for purchase at the time that you watch this video, but it will eventually rotate back into being available for purchase at the used car dealership. So I'm going to click on this car and we'll go over some of its specs to start. First, it comes stock with 481.32 performance points. It's an MR drivetrain, meaning that the engine is situated at the middle of the car and the rear wheels drive the car. It comes stock with 241 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, weighs exactly 2,800 pounds, and the engine is turbo aspirated. Now we're going to click on Learn More and see what Andy has to say about this car. You don't see many affordable mid-engine sports cars, but Toyota threw caution to the wind and produced the MR2. While the first-gen model had quirky styling, this final revision, called in-house as the SW20, looks like a mini exotic. It handles like an exotic too, thanks to a sport-tuned suspension system and quick steering responses. The engine, mounted behind the GTS's cockpit, is a turbo 2.0-liter inline-4 that pumps out an impressive 241.6 horsepower. Alright, that's everything we can learn about this car from the used car dealer, so I'm going to back out to the main menu now and go to the garage where I'll get into this car and we'll learn some more. Click on Change Car, and we got to go all the way down to the T's for Toyota. And now the challenge is to find it among the sea of Toyotas that I have. My gosh, there's a lot. Oh, geez, all the way at the top. Ugh, sorry, I'm a little blind there. All right, so I'm going to click on this car, and we are going to listen to the startup sound, and then we'll learn some more. All right, we're going to go to Car Collection now and go to this vehicle where we'll read a description about it. The turbocharged model of Toyota's mid-engine sports car featured a rigid chassis that matched its extra power. The second-generation MR2, which arrived in 1989, represented the all-new version of the AW11, Japan's first mass-produced mid-engine sports car. Toyota wanted to broaden the appeal of its two-seater to the general public, so it made the car larger. To compensate for the added mass, Toyota increased power. The 4AG, a 1.6-liter inline-4, was swapped in favor of the 3SG, a 2.0-liter DOHC inline-4, which produced 162.7 horsepower in naturally aspirated form and 221.9 horsepower when turbocharged. Unfortunately, with the new engines, the handling characteristics of the AW11 worsened, as the car exhibited a tendency to oversteer. As a result, in December of 1991, the chassis was completely revised in the updated SW22 model. Things dramatically improved, even more so in 1994 with version 3 that featured more power via a stronger turbocharger, 241.6 horsepower, and 224.2 foot-pound of torque. The naturally aspirated model also saw an increase in performance, going from 177.5 horsepower and 141 foot-pound of torque. In June 1996, the 4 added a helical LSD as well as standard fair ABS. In December 1997, the 5 introduced the VVTi, Variable Valve Timing Intelligent, to the naturally aspirated engine that was now pumping out 197.2 horsepower and 151.9 foot-pound of torque. With all these improvements, the SW20 became one of the most popular sports cars of its day, outshining the AW11, the model that started it all. So some great information about this car from Gran Turismo's description. Sorry it took me so long to find it in my garage. I wasn't expecting it to be red. But we're back out once again to the main menu and make a stop at the cafe, and we'll see if anybody's here to talk to us about this car. And we have two people, Chris and Kagarazaka. We're going to start with Chris. Let's have a closer look. It's fast, affordable, and manageable in size. This is truly one of the great production sports cars ever. The second generation MR2 that made its debut in 1989 kept being improved over the years. This is the final version, with its power boosted to a mighty 241.6 horsepower. And thanks to the mid-engine layout, its handling is remarkably straightforward. This is a car that has more value than its price indicates. Now we'll go to Kagarazaka and see what he says. Look at this MR2 and you're likely to notice its modest, understated design. In Italy, you'll find fierce beasts like the Urraco, named after a fighting bull, and the Mirak. These are flashy cars that really stand out, but they're not for the faint-hearted. Let's just say that even when you handle them the right way, they can still bite back. This MR2 is pretty domesticated in that respect, and does exactly what you tell it to do. But that doesn't mean it's tame by any means. Put the pedal to the metal and you won't know what hit you. Still, for a carefree driving experience, you can't go too wrong with this car. It's one you'll want to make a place for in your heart and in your home. You can recognize some elements inspired by Ferrari here and there, but all in all, it retains a certain modesty. Perhaps this reflects the belief of the Japanese designers that they weren't quite ready for the world stage. Just yet. Alright, that's everything we can learn about this car, but we're going to make one last stop at the tuning shop, and I'll show you everything that can be done to increase this car's performance and power. So I have not edited this car at all. It is still in its stock form, but there's a lot that can be done to increase its power. Under the sports category, everything here can be added to the car. Under Club Sports, everything with the exception of high compression pistons is available for purchase. Under Semi-Racing, everything with the exception of the supercharger is available, including low, medium, and high RPM turbochargers, excuse me. Under Racing, everything, again, with the exception of the supercharger and a couple of the higher-end modifications, such as the fourth stage of weight reduction, are available for purchase and can be added to this car. So lots that you can do to this car to increase the performance and horsepower. That's everything we can learn about the MR2. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps you to determine whether or not you'd like to add this car to your collection. Stay tuned for more videos highlighting all of the cars of Gran Turismo 7. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.